Time management tips for entrepreneurs. Manage your time to get rich. Hey, is time slipping by? Are you missing out? Are you not getting anything done? Well, you're going to want to watch this video because I'm going to show you some time management tips in this video that can make anybody more productive. Hey, I'm JR Fisher. Thanks for visiting my channel. I appreciate you watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe. There's a big subscribe button down there. Make sure you hit that and turn on all bell notifications. Turn on all bell notifications. You become part of my Fisher family, the VIP group that gets notified every single time I do a video. Now, I've been selling online since 2009. I've sold millions of dollars of both digital and physical products, and this channel here is actually your channel. It's your channel because I share with you the tips, tricks, and techniques that you can use to make more money online. Also, below in the description, I've got a $97 course that you can get absolutely free. All you have to do is click the link below and learn. Click and learn, no credit card required. All right, let's talk about time management. This is probably the single most critical thing that people can do if they want to get ahead as an entrepreneur. It's also one of the worst things that can happen to you if you mess it up, because it destroys all your productivity. So let's get on it. All right, so my first rule is put a limit on your time. Time wasters can kill you. As you wake up every single day as an entrepreneur, there's so many things you could do, so many things you could get into. I always say I don't want to do more than 2 unscheduled meetings a day, and the reason I don't is it takes away from things I've already planned. So number 1 is really put a limit on your time. Don't waste time. Number 2, use technology to save time. Nowadays we have so many things that can really help us out, and I see people who resist technology, and I guess they're the same people who didn't want to go from their horse to a car. But bottom line is technology is there to help you out. The resistance to technology is generally stemmed from our discomfort with not knowing something, and if you don't know something, you can learn anything. But use technology. There's so many time savers, there's so many apps out there, there's so many programs, there's so many things that really save me time every day. I'd suggest you look at it too. Number 3, set up non-negotiable self appointments. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean save time for yourself. It's easy to go through the day and spend all your time with your employees, with the people that are buying your products, with advertisers, with social media, and never really spend time on yourself. You got to make a little time for yourself. You got to make time for yourself to do little things like research, like learn, like compare how you're coming up against your goals, or you're achieving what you want to achieve. That is non-negotiable. That's something you need to look at every day. You need to have that meeting with yourself. Number 4, anticipate interruptions. Don't assume that your whole day is going to go smoothly. I know mine does, and I'm filming this video now, and I've been interrupted several times by phone calls and emails and different things. So I know I'm going to have to allocate a little extra time for interruptions. If the interruptions don't happen, that's great, and I just get finished that much sooner. But understand that as an entrepreneur, you're going to get interrupted, and you have to anticipate these interruptions so that you can get the things done that you need to do. Number 5, use Ivy Lee's method of productivity hacking. What is that exactly? In 1918, Charles Schwab was president of Bethlehem Steel Company, and he hired Mr. Ivy Lee to help him with his productivity, and he came up with this method, and it's a method that you can use in your business too. At the end of the day, write down 6 things that you want to get accomplished the very next day. These are non-negotiable items. These are things that you just got to get done. These are things that you do have enough time to do, so don't schedule things that you just don't have enough time to do. But 6 things that you can complete your very next day. Start on that list of items. Go to number 1 and get it completed. Do not go to number 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 until you complete number 1. If you do this every day, you're going to notice that you are more productive. Now, Charles Schwab paid Ivy Lee $25,000 for 3 months worth of work, which in today's money would be about $400,000 for that little system. I just gave it to you for free. Number 6, delegate, delegate, delegate. This is the toughest thing that entrepreneurs have to do, because they feel like they're the only ones that can do it correctly. They're scared of delegating, and they're scared of delegating because they feel like it won't get done properly. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of times when I delegate, it doesn't get done properly. Okay, it's not perfect, but I also realize I can't do everything myself. I used to edit all my own videos, and there were certain ways I wanted to edit it and certain ways to get it done, and lo and behold, I really wasn't that good at it. I wasn't that efficient at it, but I thought that I was the only one that could do it. I have a good video editor now. Hey Billy, how you doing? A little shout out to Billy there. But bottom line is, you need to delegate. You need to have other people do things. We have people that enter orders, we have people that enter information in our system, and it's scary because they can mess things up. However, I won't have enough time in a day, neither will my wife have enough time in a day to do everything that needs to get done without hiring some outside help. You need to delegate. Number 7, put on blinders. What do I mean by that? You got to get certain things done in a day. They just have to get done. Have you ever noticed how some of these horses have actual blinders on the side? They can only see forward, and they can only see forward because everything off to the side is a distraction. You need to get rid of distractions, and distractions are little things. They can be, you know, people walking in and out of your office, and all you got to do is shut the door, okay, and that will stop that right there. They can be ambient noises that are in the office. It can be extra furniture that's around you that distracts you. Get rid of all distractions. And while you're doing this, make sure you look at your goals, make sure that they are actionable, make sure that they are realistic, and make sure they are time bound. In other words, you only have a set amount of time to get something done. You'll probably get it done. Number 8, attach expected results from all activities. Now, what do I mean by this? Whatever activity you do, you need to ask yourself, what results do I want to get from this activity? Is this something that's going to propel me, make me go forward? So think about meetings. A lot of people will have a Monday morning meeting, and they'll have it every Monday at 9 a.m. and they may or may not have an agenda, but they always have that meeting. That meeting is always there. Is that meeting always necessary? Now, I have meetings with people that work with me. I have people that work on my websites and videos and, you know, SEO and all these different things, but I'm not going to meet with them just to meet with them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an agenda, and my agenda is not we want to cover all these points. That's not an agenda. Agenda is, what do I want to get accomplished? So if I meet with somebody who's working on my site and I don't like the way the site is set up and I want to get certain things moved around on the site, my agenda is decide what we're going to change on that site, and that's the meeting. That meeting should go very fast because we can decide that very fast. Don't just meet with people to say, hey, how's it going? Anything I can do for you? Anything I can work out for you? No, don't do that. That should be a quick message during the day. Do you need anything? That shouldn't be a meeting. Too many times businesses, corporations, whatever, get in this meeting mode where we got to meet certain times, we got to go over certain things, and really you just don't need to. Use the Pareto principle to prioritize. That's number 9. I'll put it up on the screen here so you can see it. But basically, we waste a lot of our time on menial, trivial tasks, okay, and that's 80% of our time expended. The few vital tasks we only spend 20% of our time on, when what happens is 80% of the results come from 20% of our time spent, and 20% of the results come from 80% of our time spent. You've got to identify what those 20% are that are super important, and that's where you should be spending your time. I remember I used to run a sales force, and the owner of the dealership who would tell me, well, you need to train your salespeople. You got 20% that are doing good, but these other 80% you really need to work with, because that's the majority of your sales force and they aren't doing well. And I always thought to myself, well, that's right, that 80% is always going to be there and they're not going to do well, but I can work with that 20%, those top performers, and tweak them just a little bit and get way more results than if I work for the 80% who aren't doing well and probably never will. Number 10, leverage just-in-time learning. And what does that mean? That means that if you're working on a particular project and you don't have the knowledge to move forward, stop and learn it. Just stop and learn it. I can't count how many times I'd be working on a sales page or a sales funnel or something, and I needed it to do something and I couldn't get it to do it, and I would go over to Google and Google it, and lo and behold, there was an answer to it. There was a software for it, there was a fix for it, there was something I could use, there was some tool, some idea that I could use to get that thing accomplished. You know, we live in a world now where we have the internet. It's amazing. It really is. Pretty much any question you could ask is on the internet. Okay, now some of the results are not good, you got to be careful, they're not valid, but pretty much if you're trying to educate yourself on a project or a subject or a way of doing things, somebody's probably had the same problem and they've probably come up with a solution. You can go to Google, you can type it in, Or you can go to the world's second largest search engine, which is YouTube, and you can actually see people do it. Now I fix little things on my car by doing this, whether it's the clock I need to reset, little things around the house that I didn't know about, and there's probably somebody who did a video on it. You're watching a video right now to learn how to manage your time. There's probably other time videos out there too, I would imagine. But the point is, we have all this stuff at our fingertips and yet we don't use it. We will ask friends and family and other people how to do something when in fact we could just figure it out instantly by ourselves. So that's just in time learning exactly when you need to do it. Now I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. I hope it was worth your time. I think it was. Okay, if you put these principles into practice, you'll find that you have more time, you're getting more done, and you're getting more accomplished. And as an entrepreneur, that's really what we need to do. I really appreciate you watching this video. I don't want you to forget though, there is a course below. It's a $97 course. You can get it temporarily absolutely free. All you have to do is click the link and learn. There's no credit card required. Also, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button down there, that big button. It will turn from red to gray, and when it does, there's going to be an added thing that's going to pop up, and it's going to be a bell that looks just like this. You need to ring that bell. You need to turn on all notifications, and when you do that, you'll be part of the Fisher family, the VIP group that gets notified every single time I do a video. You'll be in the front of the line. That's a pretty cool place to be, and you won't have to search for these videos anymore. Thank you so much for listening. Put your comments below. If you have any questions about time management, heck, anything about making money online, put it below. If you've come up with some tips, I'd love to hear them. Did they save you some time? Did they make you some money? Share it with us. Put it in the comments below. Thank you so much for listening to this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.